Want to make money helping clients sell on eBay? In today's video, I'll show you what a typical day looks like. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group. Let's dive in. Before I became a consultant on eBay, I started selling on eBay myself. And you can see I was almost making $10,000 a month on eBay. And what was I selling? It was a vape pen. So vapes, e-cigarettes, all that stuff used to be insane when I first started selling on eBay. I was doing really good. But of course, eBay did pass a policy that said, hey, you can't sell vapes anymore. But what I did is I learned, and if you can learn eBay first, that's going to give you instant credibility to get clients and to learn about eBay yourself. So that's going to be a great start to succeed on eBay. Now, I do have a strict work schedule, and you can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. I do work 7 days a week because I don't only do eBay, but we also do Amazon and Walmart, and we're expanding to TikTok and Etsy soon as well. But right now we got Monday, wake up at 5 a.m., then we're working, and then 10:30, I'm eating food in front of my screen, very late breakfast because food makes me tired. We got work again, and then lunch is going to be a social lunch where I'm actually talking to humans. Great stuff. 4:30, I'm hitting the gym. So got to stay fit. And then after that, Mondays are busy. So after the gym, I'm just getting a shower, and I'm trying to work more and prep my day and any tasks that I missed, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's going to be the same exact thing, right? Sometimes I get off work a little bit earlier, depending on how the week is, but usually Monday, Tuesday, I'm usually working till 10 p.m. Friday, that's the day where you get your haircuts, you do your errands. I save it all and schedule it all for one day. That's Friday. So Friday, I leave work at 2:30 p.m. And if I have a doctor's appointment, dentist, whatever, that's the day I do it. I'm like, hey, you can book me out 2 months. They're like, what? 2 months? We don't have a Friday. I'm like, 3 months. And then they find me an appointment on a Friday, right? So that's how you do it. And then Saturday, I'll wake up and then I'm just going to be making a lot of videos. That's usually my video day. And I try to stop work at 3 p.m. so that way I can spend time with my loved ones, because that's important as well. And then Sunday is one of my favorite days because there's no clients, there's nothing. It's just really me just working and doing what I love, which is usually inventing different products. But again, it's going to be the same schedule as usual, right? And it's going to be gym. I go to the gym or MMA every single day except for Saturday. So Saturdays, literally, I'm not going to go to the gym, but I'll probably do something like swimming or tennis or something to stay active. That's just how I am. So right now I prioritize work and health, right? There's also wealth, love, and happiness. So there's 3 other things that you want to prioritize. Happiness isn't that important because I love work and I like the gym. So it's super duper easy. And then wealth, that usually comes with doing work. And then happiness or love, that's important as well. So I try to fit that in on Saturday. Now, what I really focus on for eBay is going to be training, right? So it's not just, I already learned how to sell on eBay. I've done it myself. So you want to do it yourself. And then I create training on how I did it. So you reverse engineer how you did it yourself. And that is a way to train your team how to expand to eBay. Okay. So how to use the eBay tools, how to use eBay, how to increase sales. What if there's errors, how to fix suspensions, right? Different trainings, how to connect eBay to Amazon. So Amazon does the shipping to eBay, all that fun stuff. You want to create training. So my day consists of training, operations. If a team's like, a client asked me this, a client asked me this, we don't know how to do this, I'm creating trainings so they know how to do everything without me there. So that's important stuff, and how to do it right the first time, like following a recipe to cook something. You don't want people to just guess, you want to have the recipes made out, right? And then of course you want to have a website. So if you are trying to close clients, you do need, I can go in person and say, hey, I help people sell on eBay. I've done it before. Here's my sales history, right? Because I was selling vapes and it was doing really well. They're also going to be looking at, do you have a website? If you don't have a website, you don't have a business email, you're not going to look legit. and you're not going to get big clients, right? It's going to be very, very hard to close clients. So you want to make sure you at least have a basic website. It doesn't have to be anything special. You could just say, I help businesses sell on eBay, ebayconsulting.com, right? Nothing crazy. You just want something. And then you go in person and you network and you say you have your little business card. You look professional. And then you tell them, I help businesses sell on eBay. What can I do for you? How can I help you sell on eBay? And stuff like that. And you can start small. Of course, I started with a nice little pricing menu. So we can do a food price menu, right? If we go to a restaurant, this is the one thing that really helped us is creating a little menu, right? So if you're not on eBay, what's the biggest thing? I don't have any products to sell, Josh. Well, I can help them find products. That's my first thing. And I'm like, finding a product, this is how much it'll cost. Launching your product, this is how much it'll cost. What it includes, right? So you want to make your appetizers. Then your main dish, if they already sell on eBay or they already sell on Amazon, you get them to eBay. That's going to be your main dish. How much is that going to cost, right? And then of course your desserts or your drinks. So any sides like removing fakes on eBay or just helping them with their SEO on eBay. Maybe they just want SEO. Maybe they just want designs. Maybe they just want customer service. So you can go through that menu and have a menu for your customers to look at. You want your menu to be short and sweet, not tons of pages, because then it's going to confuse them. So short and sweet is the way to go. And then we utilize Monday.com to track all of our tasks. So each client's different. So we kind of just go through all of those tasks to see what to do next. And then of course we hire people. I started to hire people on Upwork. That's where I started. And I hired people from India, and then I hired people from Bangladesh. And then finally we hired people from Philippines. We hired people from the US, and we saw who works harder, who has the biggest heart. Everybody's different, but we did find somebody in the Philippines who loved what they did, really wanted to help us expand, and they started to help us hire. They started to train. They started to help manage clients. You're going to find somebody who is smart and loves what they do, and they're going to help you expand your business. Once you do that, then you start creating workflows, right? So how do you make your services better? Right? Maybe somebody's removing a fake on eBay or increasing sales on eBay, but it's becoming difficult. So you want to kind of go through that, and then you figure out how can we increase sales higher? Like again, creating different systems. And that's what we did is we said, okay, how can we make all of our client sales increase? Well, what about the best sellers? We had a tool to figure out who the best sellers are on eBay, and it would show all the best sellers, and then we could just mimic them, right? So you could start off with just mimicking the best sellers, and that helps get their sales from here to here. And then obviously what you want to do is to implement more things to get their sales even higher. So again, a brute force creation is creating different pricing, different titles, different first images so that when the buyer comes in, they think that it's a different seller. So again, it's your same product, but a different price, a different category, and then you start creating brute force listings. So tons of listings that look different, but they're the same product, right? And that gets more clicks, more sales. You can get in front of different customers, right? If you're selling a multivitamin, maybe one of your listings is for men and women. One of your listings, you're just targeting men. You create another listing of the same exact product where you're just targeting women, just targeting older women, just targeting older men, just targeting younger men. So you can just target a lot, and it's very easy to create that on eBay. You implement a tool called 3dsellers.com. That's where we can put the quantity. We can show customers that there's only 2 in stock or only 1 in stock, when in reality, there's actually 9,000 in stock. So what you do is you create cognitive biases. And that's what we did on eBay as well. Right when somebody buys, this tool automatically pumps it right back up to having 2 in stock. So in the customer's mind, they better buy or else it's going to run out of stock. In our mind, we're good to go. We already have tons in stock on the back end, and we have an automated tool that's updating it and optimizing it. Automatic feedback, A+ content like photos, implementing videos to the listing helps increase sales. Bulk discounts helps increase sales and get a larger amount of sales as well. And last but not least is creating a phase plan. So Once we had all of these, we've got systems, we've got processes, we've got our websites, we got the menu, we're going out networking, we're closing some clients, right? Each client's different, right? So what we want to do, just like when you're at a restaurant, do you have any allergies? Do you not like this type of food? You want to figure out what's their goal, okay? And where are they at in the process if they're already on eBay? So you create different phases for them so they can understand the first 3 months, we're going to be getting you on eBay, creating all of your listings, creating all of the images. And then you go through phase 2. Then we're going to be doing brute force. You should see a spike in sales then. So again, just going through everything for that eBay seller and creating a phase plan that's catered towards them. But that's it for today's video. If you want more eBay videos, tell me what to cover in the next video in the comments. If you learned something new, drop a like. And if you're an eBay seller, I highly recommend subscribing to our channel because we're giving away great content that's going to help you in your eBay journey. And of course, if you need help with increasing sales, anything mentioned in this video, or just help selling on eBay, contact EHP Consulting Group. The link is right in the description to contact us or schedule a call. Also, one of our most popular services is our full eBay account management service. This is where we'll come in, we'll create brute force, we'll create different listings, do optimization, call eBay for you. We'll do your customer service, advertising, and help you increase sales. The benefit of this service is so you can start expanding your eBay product offering while we're the ones doing the daily management, so you can save time, money, and increase your sales with ehpconsultinggroup.com. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group, and I'm signing out.